Capture a young woman with soft, wavy blonde hair in a cozy white sweater. She sports natural makeup, exuding calm with bright eyes and a warm smile. The background blurs softly in cool, dark tones, setting a relaxed, inviting vibe. As the clock hit midnight, sleep eluded me. After what seemed like forever of tossing and turning, I finally got up to grab a refreshing glass of water. The living room lights flickered, a chilling echo of that night when my brother Jonathan sent Graham to stay with me. His misfortune hung like a shadow, darkening my heart. In a shocking turn, his beloved betrayed him, plunging his world into chaos. Graham, a man who invested everything in a lasting love, suddenly confronted a shocking betrayal that pierced deeper than he ever thought possible. Meanwhile, Jonathan's son fought his own battles, struggling against the chaos around him. "Evelyn, please welcome him with open arms," Jonathan pleaded passionately. "He craves a moment of peace." My brief encounter with Graham revealed one thing. His sorrow stemmed from a woman's betrayal. Our family has faced countless trials, and now this feels like another heart-wrenching chapter in our story. It's been 7 years since I lost my husband Michael, a painful chapter that started when I turned 60. He left us unexpectedly, struck down by a heart attack. In a flash, we began crafting our dream home, a vision set to come to life in just a year. Suddenly, everything came to a halt. Michael's passing turned my world upside down, plunging me into solitude. For years, I've felt a profound emptiness inside me. Recently, the weight of solitude has been pressing down on me more than ever. This evening is a standout moment in the story of time. Get ready for the adventure ahead. Get ready for a story like no other. It dives into the blurred lines of emotion, the chaotic storm within, and the silent cries of a truth desperate to break free. Every moment can ignite something profound, revealing hidden emotions and challenging the limits you believed were unbreakable. If this resonates with the story you've been eager to discover, step up and embrace it wholeheartedly. Hit that subscribe button and smash the bell for updates. Your support means the world to me. I stepped into the living room and spotted Graham, totally engrossed in a romantic film on the screen. In that brief moment, my focus was clear: to help Graham find peace during his stay. In that moment, I was blissfully unaware of the twists and turns life had in store. A series of unfortunate events began to unfold, and with just one small step, a whisper of action could flip the entire story on its head. Graham shot me a quick look and asked, "Did I wake you?" His voice had a unique flair. Amidst uncertainty and a craving for calm, I stood there in my nightgown, which felt almost irrelevant. In that brief instant, I faced a loneliness deeper than anything I'd ever experienced. "No," I shot back, a playful smile dancing on my lips. "I just got here to grab some water." A sudden wave of solitude crashed over me, wrapping around my entire being. I felt the conclusion arrived way too quickly. A moment with Graham might just light up the night. Watching a movie together can bring a sense of normalcy back to life, sparking hope that peace might still be attainable. "Come on in and grab a seat. Let's dive into this together." Meet Graham, a character with a story waiting to unfold. He gestured smoothly, inviting her to sit in the open spot on the couch next to him. The decision came together seamlessly. A deep longing surged within me, craving warmth and the essence of meaning. I slid into position next to him. The movie started, but my mind wandered, caught in an inexplicable turmoil inside me. Graham entered, and the room dimmed instantly. A shadowy figure loomed right next to me. His voice held a trace of tension, a subtle contrast to the love story unfolding around them. As the couple drew near, forgotten memories rushed back, compelling me to look away. By chance, my hand brushed against Graham's arm, igniting a jolt of surprise within me. I pulled back, regret spilling from my lips as my eyes flicked away, hit hard by a rush of shame. Graham paused, then nodded and said, "It's okay. Take a quick break. Let it linger in your thoughts." In that moment, the gap between us vanished. The film kept unfolding right before us. Everything had shifted. In that moment, even sitting down, Graham and I couldn't find a hint of real peace. The void within us felt like an unyielding barrier. Curling up on the couch, the romantic movie flickering, I felt an irresistible attraction to Graham. There I was, in my nightgown, feeling the warmth of his presence beside me, stirring emotions I hadn't felt in ages, even after so long alone with another man. The tension in the air was impossible to ignore. Graham's presence was more jarring than comforting. It sparked new insights in me. The long solitude had wrapped around me, but being near another man sparked a feeling I hadn't felt in ages. It was a bizarre experience that left me completely baffled. A feeling for Graham ignited within me, and suddenly everything clicked into place. I felt no ease until the final credits rolled. When that moment hit, I jumped to my feet. I retreated to my sanctuary, sinking into my bed, letting the calm envelop me for a moment. In a brief moment of reflection, I found a deep desire for contemplation. But the story slipped away from me. Restarting amidst a whirlwind of emotions was anything but easy. The night raced by in a restless dance, a whirlwind of tossing and turning, as sleeplessness led me straight into dawn's embrace. With dawn breaking, I was drawn to the piano, eager to let its keys chase away my lingering unease. For nearly 7 years, I walked alone, my steadfast companion through time. Every new day, I craved a taste of the ordinary. The piano filled the room, a familiar presence, bringing calm and sparking memories of Michael. Each stroke of the keys fueled my hope for a peaceful morning. A sudden noise erupted, breaking the calm. A shadow flickered at the window, revealing Graham on his early morning stroll through the town's serene streets. Initially, he slipped under my radar. With the melody swirling around, he swung open the front door and stepped inside, while I was completely absorbed in my music, oblivious to him. When I spotted him, standing there in silence, everything around me changed. My fingers hesitated briefly, and that familiar tension within me surged, more intense than ever. Graham flashed a gentle smile. He looked at me with an expression that said everything was perfect in the universe. What an enchanting moment! Thanks poured from his lips, a simple but powerful expression of gratitude. That truly stands out as the best. When Graham walked in, excitement surged through me. It was the best birthday gift ever. The room transformed, propelling us into a world beyond imagination. He spoke, his calm and sincere voice cutting through the air, creating a resonance I had never felt before. What I just shared is a story spun from the fabric of reality. Seeing you, even for just a moment, was an incredible experience I haven't had in ages. Guess what? Today's my 40th birthday. A brief moment, but those words ignited a spark within me. I looked away, caught between a whirlwind of emotions and the soothing comfort of his praise. At that moment, after what seemed like forever, a spark of connection ignited, bringing a whisper of change in the air. After that thrilling morning, I was buzzing with excitement for the evening ahead. When I found out it was Graham's 40th birthday, a spark ignited in me, pushing me to create a sense of normalcy and make the day unforgettable. An idea sparked, and I shot a glance his way. "Is today your birthday?" I asked. "Hey everyone, let's come together and toast to this amazing moment. How about we enjoy a glass of wine and a slice of cake tonight?" Graham shot me a surprised grin, hinting that my suggestion could spark an unexpectedly fun evening. His eyes sparkled playfully as he spoke. With a playful smile, he leaned in and said, "But there's a twist. Care to grace me with your piano skills?" Laughter bursts forth. There's no escape from this one. I pushed away the rising unease inside me. I replied, "Very well. It needs a great bottle of wine and a sincere toast to match." The quick exchange lingered, carving itself into my mind deeper than I cared to acknowledge. Emotions bubbled beneath the surface, but I pushed them down, convincing myself it was just about creating an illusion of normalcy for one night. It was just a birthday, an ordinary gathering, nothing special. In a split second, Graham dropped a surprising phrase that stunned everyone, delivered with a casualness that took them by surprise. It totally blindsided me. With that familiar, innocent look, he turned to me and asked, "How old are you? What do you want?" Once, there was a number that embodied a journey, 45. In that brief instant, I was wrapped in deep silence, as if time had paused to take a breath. I've always aimed to seize the spirit of youth. The genuine warmth of that compliment surprised me, and I couldn't help but smile. "No way," I shot back, dismissing it with a quick wave of my hand. It was tough to mask the thrill his words ignited in me. I felt torn, caught in the warm glow he emitted while battling the whirlwind of emotions inside me. As the sun set, Graham and I popped open a bottle of wine, diving into our own cozy celebration. As we exchanged words, I felt an undeniable draw to his soothing presence. His steady gaze wrapped me in a soothing calm. A magnetic connection sparked between us, intensifying with every heartbeat. A whisper from within urged me to embrace the night like any other. Graham raised his glass, a playful smile dancing on his lips, and with a glint in his eyes, he teased, "So when are you going?" Ready to share a story. There's no escaping it, that's for sure. In a quick moment, I inhaled deeply and declared, "All right, let's do it." I sat at the piano, letting the melody work its magic, hoping to soothe the storm within. Every note shifted the air, pulling me closer to him with an irresistible force. As I surrendered to the melodies, comfort washed over me, watching him absorb each note as if my performance held the essence of existence itself. What I expected to be a simple celebration turned into a profound experience. In that brief moment, I discovered a buried feeling, something real and genuine. My vision blurred as my fingers danced over the keys, each note igniting something deep inside, but I struggled to grasp its true essence. Graham's voice fluttered gently through my thoughts. My heart and mind seemed to drift apart, each on its own wild journey. There I was, utterly adrift at sea. In the chaos, time slipped away as my hands instinctively crafted another melody. Suddenly, Graham appeared beside me, his hands gently wrapping around mine. With admiration, he said, "You are truly remarkable." He started to speak, his voice soft and slightly wavering. Your fingers glide over the keys, crafting enchanting melodies that captivate the soul. His words bounced in my mind, creating a strange void. His warm hands on mine grounded me, even as my emotions spiraled into chaos. "You're feeling a bit worn out." He spoke softly, his voice steady and comforting. "How about we take a break and chill on the couch?" Graham guided me to the couch, and I was engulfed in a whirlwind of emotions, grappling with the intensity of the moment. As I settled in, my mind raced with thoughts, and then Graham took to the piano again. I watched in awe as his fingers flew over the keys, and just like that, my favorite melody burst into the air. In that instant, it hit me like a familiar echo, a melody that had resonated in my soul for years, always stirring something profound and significant. With every note he played, my heart raced, caught in the magic of the music, stirring memories I wasn't prepared to confront. The melodies wrapped around me, igniting a fire deep in my soul. The urge to move finally became irresistible. The mesmerizing tune drew me in, captivating my senses like a siren's call. I approached him cautiously, fighting the tempest raging in my heart. Standing beside him, silence wrapped around me, and I fumbled for the right words that slipped away. "Who are you, really?" Graham asked, my voice barely a whisper. "Your presence is having a real impact on me. I've never felt anything like it, swept away in a whirlwind of emotions. In a whirlwind of emotions, confusion, excitement, terror, and joy, our eyes locked, and the connection between us was electric. His breath warmed my skin as I got lost in the depths of his gaze. I plunged straight into a whole new world. In that split second, time itself unraveled. His gaze sent my heart racing, enveloping me in a warm embrace. In that brief moment, we felt like the only souls alive, as everything else faded away, bringing sharp clarity to the chaos of life. In that brief instant, the world vanished, and it was just the two of us in our own universe. The world faded into shadows, and a sharp clarity washed over me, unlike anything I'd ever experienced. His eyes locked onto mine, and in that instant, everything else vanished. As the chaos and fear melted away, it was just Graham and me, lost in our own universe. His hands found my waist, firm yet gentle, anchoring me while allowing me to breathe. My mind spun, trapped in a whirlwind of relentless noise and a surge of emotions crashing over me. Without Graham's steadfast support, doubt began to creep in, and I feared I might falter. His intense gaze pulled me in closer. In that brief moment, his warmth enveloped me like a cozy blanket, instilling a profound sense of security that restored the balance I desperately needed. In the chaos, grab a quick moment to breathe and recharge your spirit. He softly guided me to the couch, his words wrapping around me like a warm embrace. His hands on my waist sparked a rush of warmth and uncertainty within me. As I settled into my seat, his hands brushed against mine for a fleeting moment. Once again, our eyes locked, united by an unspoken connection. I had no idea. What words can truly express the warmth of his touch? That night was a whirlwind of unforgettable moments, stitched together in an inexplicable way. What started on the couch turned into an unforgettable, exhilarating night. In an instant, everything happened so fast that I barely had time to process it before dawn arrived, and I woke up. I woke up and headed to the living room, where the enticing smell of coffee pulled me from my sleepy haze. There stood Graham in the kitchen, bare-chested, whipping up a cup of coffee. His body, exuding warmth and strength from the night before, lay before me. As I recalled the events of last night, an exhilarating thrill surged through me. Replaying that night in my head sent a rush of nerves and excitement through me. The night's events raced through my mind, creating a whirlwind of confusion about what was to come. Where do I even begin to crack that mystery? One truth shone through clearly. That night, an incredible bond ignited between us, unlike anything I had ever felt. This moment sparkled with the promise of a fresh start, brimming with the potential to change my life in ways I could barely envision. Graham turned from the kitchen, his eyes soft and his smile bright. A silence enveloped us, thick with unspoken words. Watching him, I battled the storm of emotions swirling within me. In that moment, I was lost, completely directionless. In a moment of doubt, figuring out the next steps and the road ahead can be overwhelming. In that instant, I was completely captivated. A shift was in the air. A transformation is coming, ready to unfold. Standing there as Evelyn, excitement and confusion swirled within me, each emotion battling for attention in a vibrant mix of feelings. As the sun vanished, chaos wove its way through the world. Everything fell apart in an instant. My clothes were strewn across the floor, a testament to a hectic day. I glanced at them and quickly shut my eyes for a brief moment. I shook my head, feeling completely overwhelmed by the intricate web of it all. My thoughts spun in a chaotic web, and my feelings danced just out of reach. I jumped up and dashed to the bathroom. A refreshing shower beckoned me, a quick pause to gain clarity and break free from the storm of emotions swirling around me. My nightgown and underwear sat there, untouched, just waiting. Not a big deal back then. I craved nothing more than to dive into the soothing embrace of the cascading hot water, seeking peace amid chaos. Only for a fleeting, dazzling moment. I stepped out of the shower, wrapping myself in a towel. Suddenly, the door flew open. Graham stood there, time frozen around him. In that brief moment, time froze, and I was stuck in place. In that instant, we froze completely. Our eyes locked and held tight, locked in a gaze so intense it felt like time had frozen. In that moment, I was lost, craving clarity. The chaos within me was probably obvious to everyone. I felt totally exposed and wide open to everything around me. Still, I couldn't stop the words from pouring out. Spinning out in a frenzy, I'm lost, totally unsure of what's happening. I spoke, my voice trembling slightly. Here's the story of our adventures. The burden of knowing what's wrong pulls at the heartstrings. I feel like I'm trapped in a dream. Graham moved forward with purpose, narrowing the gap. His eyes churned with a whirlwind of emotions. A cloud of uncertainty loomed, obscuring the path ahead. A strong urge to express myself ignited inside me, break the silence, but the words twirled just beyond reach. Trapped in the shadows of my mind, the rich aroma of coffee fills the air, eagerly waiting for you to arrive. Graham started spinning his words. His voice wavered slightly as my gaze locked onto him. It hit me how beautifully chaotic everything was, a stunning tapestry woven through the disorder, a peek at my apathy for the future. In that fleeting moment, settling into my chair, I wrapped my hands around a steaming cup of coffee. An intense storm of uncertainty swirled within me. Graham settled into his seat before me. In that instant, our eyes locked, exchanging a silent dialogue that said it all. Every glance was a hint of the storm that had shaken our lives. Things happened so quickly that I struggled to grasp the importance of our actions. Feelings swirled just beyond reach, eager to break free, seeking clarity amid chaos. The perfect words eluded him, teasingly out of reach. Thus began the story of Evelyn Graham, his voice heavy with emotion. "We definitely messed up. Got it. What drove us to let this story unfold like this?" His gaze revealed shadows of remorse dancing quietly. An unspoken bond hung in the air. He got it. Just like I did, the events unfolded in ways we could barely grasp. Embrace regret. It's a powerful feeling. This was a journey we should have skipped. I finally did it. In a flash, silence wrapped around me, and my thoughts intertwined in a vivid tapestry. But the moment is here. I discovered my voice. Absolutely. Maybe it all fell apart in a flurry of moments, but it just wasn't in the cards. We weave the intricate threads of life into our journey. Let's dive into this moment together. Reflecting on the past, it seemed like a quirky puzzle, brimming with absurdity. This moment was a misstep for us both. I voiced my ideas. A heavy weight settled on my heart. A strange wave of relief washed over me as I accepted the truth. We both dove into the unknown. Graham paused, the silence wrapping around him like a cozy blanket, his eyes fixated on the ground, as if it concealed secrets meant only for him. Finally, he lifted his gaze to meet mine. Let's craft a story where this moment slips into the shadows of forgotten legends. Evelyn shared her story. His voice flowed with calm and soothing energy, deep in thought, for our mutual gain. Let's turn the page and move forward. What benefits could come from extending this, especially when chaos takes over? We need to create some distance between us. As he spoke those words, a spark ignited within me. He was spot on. Staying on this path will only bring us pain. Absolutely. I replied swiftly. Inhale deeply. This could be the right move if you choose to go. That could be the answer. This seems like the best option for both of us. Graham nodded thoughtfully. With a vibe of relentless determination, I have to do this. He said it. It seems like the ideal pick for both of us. We paused in silence for a moment, locking eyes with each other. In that moment, in that instant, we both felt the gravity of the choice ahead of us, recognizing that our actions during those dark times were just a misstep. Facing that reality might just be the first step on this journey, in the drive to fix our situation. It was clear that rather than complicating things further, giving each other the vital space to breathe was the smartest move ahead. I hope my tale grabbed your attention. This journey has been absolutely thrilling. Sharing this with you brings me immense joy. If you're craving more captivating stories like this, subscribe now and turn on those notifications. Be the first to catch the story as a new episode drops. Your likes and comments mean the world to me. Embracing your thoughts and feelings sparks pure joy. Your support is everything to me. Thank you all for your incredible support on this amazing journey. I can't wait to spin the next story for you.